how to achieve efficient management of working capital. As we discussed yesterday, all over the globe, the research and the experience shows that in 90% of the cases, when a company is closing down or when a company is sinking, the prime reason in most of the cases is bad working capital management. So, if the bad days for a company, the start of the closure of a company starts from the bad working capital management, as the bad working capital management can lead to closure of the company. Efficient management of working capital can lead to very excellent performance by that particular business. And that is okay, that is fine. But what is more important is, how do we achieve efficient financial how do we achieve efficient working capital management? How do I ensure that the working capital management of my company, working capital management of my vendor's company is efficient? Because if my vendor's working capital management is in trouble, that means my vendor is going to be in trouble. If he's going to be in trouble, obviously somewhere it is going to percolate to my performance also. So how to achieve efficient management of working capital, that is what is now our focal area, and that is what we intend to understand. सो बिफोर सबसे पहले अगर हमें ये समझना है कि एफिशिएंट वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट कैसे किया जाए, तो सबसे पहले हमको समझना होगा व्हाट इज द वर्किंग कैपिटल ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल, एंड दिस इज your working capital operating cycle. So typically for a manufacturing company, this is how the working capital of a manufacturing company progresses. So it starts from the supplier giving us the material, and we as a company converting that material with the help of the wages and salaries and the overheads. That means by incurring the manufacturing expenses, we convert the material into work in progress, and again this work in progress, again with the help of the manufacturing expenses, is converted into finished goods. And after the finished goods, it is sold to the customer. And when it is sold to the customer, if it is being sold on cash basis, which of course is not so very common, if that happens, that from the finished goods it is straight away comes to the cash. But more often than not, in most of the cases across the globe, barring few exceptions, the finished goods is sold on credit, so it becomes a receivable. So generally a company may give a credit of 15 days, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, depending on what kind of competitive strength that company has. So it finished goods is sold to the customer on credit, it becomes receivable. On due date, the customer is expected to pay the cash to the company, so you receive the cash. And what you do with this cash, the cash that we receive from the customer, part of it is used for defraying the salary, wages and overheads expenses of the working capital, and part of the expenses, part of this cash is also used for the purpose of paying the interest and interest and maybe taxes also. And what remains is paid to the suppliers, and what still remains, that is the profit of the company. So friends, this is the working capital operating cycle. Now, one point that I can mention to you at this point itself, the one key factor in achieving efficient working capital management by any company, one key factor is, ये जो साइकिल आप देख रहे हो आपके स्क्रीन पर, ये साइकिल जितना छोटा होगा, जितना शॉर्ट होगा, उतना उस कंपनी का वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट एफिशिएंट होगा, टाइट होगा, इफेक्टिव होगा, मीनिंगफुल होगा, पावरफुल होगा. क्यों? बिकॉज अगर ये वर्किंग कैपिटल ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल बहुत लंबा है, दैट मीन्स व्हाट, दैट मीन्स एट एवरी स्टेज capital of the company is locked up. If inventory is held up for 2-3 months, company's money is held up. If WIP, if the manufacturing process production cycle is long, that means it takes 1 month or 1.5 month to convert the raw material into finished product. That means so much of raw material in addition to in the inventory is locked up in the work in progress. And then again, if in the finished product stage also, before the goods are shipped to the customer, if they are held in the company for a period of 1 month, 1.5 month or 20 days or whatever, that means so much of money of the company is locked up in the finished goods. And after that, coming to the receivable, goods are sold to the customer, and customer is taking 2 months and three months before he pays money to the company. That means so much of capital of the company is locked up in the working capital, and that is a bad sign. That is a bad sign. So what is the efficient way of managing the working capital? The efficient way of managing the working capital: shorten this working capital operating cycle as much as you can. Hold the inventory as little a time as possible. Hold the raw material with you for as little time as possible. And that is why, friends, today what you have companies using the just in time. And why just in time? Because why should I make my factory go down of my supplier? He sends the goods to me 2 months in advance, and the goods are lying with me for 2 months, and plus I have to pay him because 2 months are before he has sent me the goods. So I'm supposed to make him the payment. So why should I make him payment early? And why should I make my factory his go down? Let him keep his goods with him. He let him send the goods to me only when I need them. And that is why many companies, many good companies are resorting to just in time. And why is that so? Because so that your inventory is as little as possible. जितनी आपकी इन्वेंट्री कम होगी उतनी आपकी वर्किंग कैपिटल ऑटोमेटिकली कम होगी, और उतने उससे जो भी इंसिडेंटल एक्सपेंसेस हैं वो सारे के सारे कम होंगे. प्रोडक्शन साइकिल जितना आपका शॉर्ट होगा उतनी जल्दी आपका टर्न आउट टाइम फास्ट होगा. सो दैट मच ऑफ योर capital is less locked up in WIP. And finished goods, why should I hold the finished goods for 2 days, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or 4 weeks? Today it is ready. Is today in the evening itself it should go. This is how should be my effort as far as the management of working capital is concerned. आज मेरा माल तैयार हुआ, आज शाम को निकल जाना चाहिए. क्यों निकल जाना चाहिए? क्यों जिस दिन मेरा माल निकलेगा उस दिन मेरा इनवॉइस बनेगा, और जिस दिन मेरा इनवॉइस बनेगा उस दिन वो मेरी इनकम करके मेरी बुक्स में आएगा, और उस दिन से कस्टमर के पास में मेरा मीटर चालू हो जाएगा. सो अगर वो जल्दी करूंगा तो मुझे जल्दी पैसा मिलेगा. अगर मैं वो फिनिश गुड्स को मेरे गोडाउन में रखूंगा 1 महीना, 1.5 महीना और 3 महीने या 2 वीक, तो उतना पैसा मेरा अटका पड़ा है. एंड वाई शुड आई डू दैट? And same is the case with the receivables. So as long as it's possible and within your control, try to reduce the credit to the customer as less as possible. Why? Because अगर कस्टमर को आप क्रेडिट देंगे तो आपका पैसा अटका पड़ा है, आपका पैसा कस्टमर के पास में अटका पड़ा है, आपको अपने ऑपरेशंस मैनेज करने हैं. सो यू हैव टू गो टू द बैंक एंड बोरो. So remember, what a funny situation. My money is lying with the customer, and in order to manage my operations, I have to go to the bank and borrow. I am not saying that this is something that is completely avoidable. If it is avoidable, one should avoid. So if I can get my money faster from my customer, remember that much less money I will need to borrow from the bank. Less money I borrow from the bank, lesser is going to be my interest cost. Lesser is my interest cost, higher is going to be my profit. So that is, friends, number one, and that is your working capital operating cycle. And fundamental principle here is shorten your working capital cycle as much as you can. Shorten your production cycle as much as you can, and it will automatically lead to efficient management of working capital. After that, a question that can come to your mind as to why working capital is called as working capital. And friends, the answer of course is very simple. Working capital is called as a working capital, or working capital is referred as working capital. Why? Because if it is there in your business, your business will keep on working. And if the working capital is not there in your business, your working of your business will come to a grinding halt. आपकी कंपनी में रॉ मटेरियल नहीं है, कैन यू प्रोड्यूस? एंड द आंसर इज नो. सब बढ़िया है, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी है, बिल्डिंग फर्स्ट क्लास है, ऑल द फैसिलिटीज आर फेब्युलस, absolutely unmatched, unparalleled, but raw material nahi hai. Can we produce? And the answer is no. So working capital is called as working capital because it ensures that the working of the company goes on, and thereby you can understand if working of my company is dependent on my working capital, how crucial the working capital is for my business. Somebody was yesterday asking a question as to how do you identify working capital from the balance sheet of a company. This was the question which was asked by someone yesterday. So how do you identify? And let me explain to you, friends, on your screen. So what you have, the non-current asset that you see on your screen is your fixed capital. As we discussed yesterday, non-current assets are also known as long-term assets or fixed assets, or that's where your capital is fixed. So your money is locked up in these assets for a long time, and that is how it is known as fixed assets or non-current assets or fixed capital. Then you have current assets. Now remember, every component of the current assets is not your working capital. Only those elements of current assets which are helping you in running your day-to-day operations, in running your manufacturing happen, only those are part of your working capital. Other are not part of your working capital. So current assets are there. Is every component of the current asset is my working capital? The answer is no. Why? Say for example current investment. Now what is current investment? कंपनी के पास में कुछ फ्री पैसा पड़ा हुआ है तो उन्होंने कहीं के शेयर में लगा दिया, बॉन्ड्स में लगा दिया, डिवेंचर्स में लगा दिया. Now is it part of my working capital? The answer is no. Why? Because the investment which Tata Motors has made in debentures or shares or bonds of some company, उस इन्वेस्टमेंट की वजह से टाटा मोटर्स की व्हीकल बनाने की जो कैपेसिटी है और जो ऑपरेशन है उस पर कोई इम्पैक्ट पड़ने वाला नहीं है. सो दैट इज वाई करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट is not part of your working capital. Then what are the part of your working capital? Inventory is part of your working capital. Cash and trade receivables is part of your working capital. So when you are selling the goods to customer on credit basis, that amount is part of your working capital. Cash and cash equivalent and the bank balance is part of your working capital, because cash नहीं है, बैंक बैलेंस नहीं है, तो आप आपके ऑपरेशंस को कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज ऑफ कोर्स पार्ट ऑफ योर वर्किंग कैपिटल. एंड शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स एंड एडवांसेज. नाउ हियर, यहाँ पे जरा ध्यान से सुनिए. शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स एंड एडवांसेज कैन बी ऑफ टू टाइप. शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स ऑफ एडवांसेज कैन बी विच आर नेसेसरी फॉर द ऑपरेशंस ऑफ द कंपनी. अब एम्प्लॉयज को ट्रेवल पे जाना है तो ऑब्वियसली उनको ट्रेवल एडवांस लगेगा. सो सच एडवांसेज विच आर फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ द ऑपरेशंस ऑफ द कंपनी विल बी पार्ट ऑफ योर working capital. But some advances are given which has got nothing to do with the operations of the company. Those loans and advances are to be excluded when you are looking at your working capital, and this is what you must understand as a concept. So this is how you will identify working capital from your from the balance sheet of your company. And these are the four elements that you see in your balance sheet that you have on your screen, which is part of your वर्किंग कैपिटल. नाउ अगर हमें हेलो
क्वेश्चन तो पीछे स्लाइड पे जाइए.
या प्लीज मेंशन योर नेम.
आनंद प्रकाश, थोड़ा पीछे जाइए. आपने साइकिल वाली वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल.
हाँ, ये सामने है आपके.
हाँ सर, इसमें जो है वेजेस, सैलरीज एंड ओवरहेड से आपने 3 एरो लेके गए हैं. एक रिसीवेबल्स के पहले अटैच किया है, एक फिनिश गुड्स के पहले अटैच किया है और एक वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस के पीछे अटैच किया है.
करेक्ट.
These are coming part of the working capital cycle because these are expenses and then they goes in here. After that they will how they are contributing to working capital cycle.
Okay, see, good. देखो, ultimately when you want to find out what is your working capital, you need to find out how much is your money locked up in the working capital of the business. So WIP, how the WIP has become WIP? WIP has become WIP by converting the raw material with the help of the labor which is working on the shop floor and with the help of other manufacturing expenses. So वो जो WIP है, is it worth only the raw material which has gone into it, or is it worth raw material that has gone into it plus also the manufacturing expenses which has gone into it? And the answer is the WIP value is the raw material plus the manufacturing expenses that have gone into it. So that is the reason why wages, salary and overheads have got 3 arrows, because at all those 3 steps you are incurring not only the material cost, but you're also incurring the salary, wages and the overheads. And that is the reason why you have 3 arrows emanating from the block of wages, salaries and overheads. I hope that answers your query.
Okay, means not only the hardware and raw material, it's other software and the human expenses also are part of the working capital.
Absolutely. देखो आनंद, ये इस लाइक दिस कि मुझे वर्किंग कैपिटल मतलब क्या है. वर्किंग कैपिटल यानी कि मेरा कितना पैसा वर्किंग कैपिटल में अटका पड़ा है. दैट इज द फिगर विच बॉदर्स मी. एंड वाई? बिकॉज जितना वो फिगर ज़्यादा होगा उतना मेरे लिए अच्छा नहीं है. सो व्हेन आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट माय वर्किंग कैपिटल, आई कैन नॉट take only the figure of inventory. I will have also to take the cost of the value addition which has been done on that raw material at different stages. And from the raw material to WIP, there is value addition. From WIP to finished goods, there is a value addition. From the finished goods, when it is being sold to the customer, there is a value addition. So all those value additions also I need to take into account for the purpose of finding out the value, the amount of capital which is locked up in my working capital.
So if the operations are less or market pull is less, then means we have to reduce the working capital. So even the employees also or labor which can be reduced is helping in reducing the working capital.
परफेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट. सो जितना ये आपका वर्किंग कैपिटल शॉर्टन होगा, यानी कि जितना कम टाइम लगेगा हर एक स्टेज पे, उतना आपका जो वैल्यू ऑफ द वर्किंग कैपिटल जो लॉकअप होगी वो उतनी कम हो जाएगी. और जितनी आपकी वैल्यू ऑफ द वर्किंग कैपिटल जो लॉक है उतनी कम हो जाएगी, उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है. सो अगर
Sir, Rupesh, I think, can we understand it simply like this? To run day-to-day operation, whatever cash will require, that is basically working capital. Like, what are the for running day-to-day thing?
can you please mention your name?
Rupesh, na?
Okay, Rupesh ji, just 1 second. Anand, is your query answered?
Sir.
Okay, good. Yes, Rupesh ji, please go ahead.
No, what I was saying, like for running day-to-day operation. So once the facility is being set up, and now you have started a production for running your business on a day-to-day basis, you will be requiring so that can either in the form of cash or in the form of kind. So can we?
Perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, in order to convert everything, yes. So just to get the money back in this, and the shorter it will be, the better it is.
Very well said. Very well said. Very well said.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So getting raw material and selling it finally, and getting money back in the system for circulation. So that will be the working capital for meeting day-to-day operations.
Perfect.
Operating expenses.
Absolutely. That's your working capital. That's your working capital. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So now this is what we were discussing, and for us to achieve efficient management of our working capital, and also to guide our vendors and our suppliers to achieve efficient management of working capital, we need to understand 3 things. One is GWC. And what is GWC? GWC is your gross working capital. Then we need to understand WCG. And what is WCG? It is working capital gap. And then we need to understand something which is known as NWC, and that is net working capital. So these 3 things we need to understand, friends, for implementing efficient management of working capital in our company or in our vendor's company, or evaluating working capital management of any business in the world. पूरी दुनिया में किसी भी कंपनी का अगर हमको वैल्यू उनका वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट कैसा है वो अगर हमको इवेल्युएट करना है तो हमको ये 3 चीज़ें समझनी होंगी कि व्हाट इज़ योर GWC, दैट इज़ ग्रॉस वर्किंग कैपिटल, and what is your WCG, that is your working capital gap, and what is your NWC, that is your net working capital. Right now what we will do a small case. And what this case is कि आपका एक वेंडर है and that vendor he wants to expand his operations. And therefore he wants to add more machines, and that is why he is looking for equity. तो वो equity लेना चाह रहा है, and he is asking for your help. You had some good contacts, and you could identify for him one private equity fund, and the chief executive of that private equity fund has suggested to you, let us go and visit this vendor of yours, and let this vendor of yours explain to me how is the working capital of this vendor. After looking at the working capital of this vendor, I will take a decision whether I can really consider his proposal or I cannot consider his proposal. So this is how you, in order to help one of your vendor, you picked up this CEO with you, and you went to the vendor and you asked the vendor, here is the chief executive officer of the private equity, who will be willing to put money into your company provided he is happy with your numbers. So please explain to him your working capital management. So he said, all right. And uh, he puts on the board the figure of inventory. So, and he starts like this. So he says, with a view to run my operations smoothly, uninterruptedly, I need to hold some amount of inventory in the form of raw material, in the form of work in progress, and in the form of finished goods. So he says that today I am carrying inventory worth 1,000 rupees. Okay, we will not talk lakh or crore, because or million or billion, because our objective is to understand the concept. But you can assume in your mind that all the figures that we are talking about are in millions. So he says that at this point in time, I'm having inventory which is 1,000. 1,000. Okay. So then he says that I am in a competitive world, so I have to give credit to my customers. Without that, they are not prepared to pick up goods from me. So at this point in time, I have a receivable of 500 lakhs or 500. And then he says that for running my day-to-day operations, I need cash. I need cash in my cash box, and I also need cash in my bank account, because all the payments that I do, big payments that I do, are through the bank. So from time to time, I need to have some balance in my bank and some balance in my cash box. So that amount, he says, is 200 lakhs. सो एंड देन ही सेज कि देखो क्या है कि मुझे लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस भी देने पड़ते हैं, कभी कोई एम्प्लॉय कहीं जा रहा है या कुछ और कहीं और एडवांस देना है. सो माय एडवांस लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस इज टुडे 100 lakhs. So what is the total? The total is 1800 lakhs. Okay. So this, friends, total of these four components that you see on your screen: inventory, receivable, cash and bank balance, loans and advances, which this supplier of yours, which this vendor of yours is currently carrying so much of current assets. So what is the total of the current assets? So the total of the current assets is 1800, and this 1800, friends, is known as gross working capital. That means what? That means according to this vendor, according to this supplier, for running his operations, he need to lock up 1800 lakhs of capital in working capital in these four assets. So the gentleman who...
Sir, just one Rupesh here.
Yes.
Just one line interruption.
Yes, Rupesh.
Sir, you are telling, you are giving many data. So is it, I mean, in somewhere in case study, or like, should I note it, or how? I mean, you're telling many data associated with your example for exercise.
So whatever data that I am telling you, Rupesh, I am just writing it on the screen in front of you.
It's not visible, sir. Screen is not visible.
Okay. No, good.
That was the, I mean.
No worries. I will explain to you once again. So
just, I mean, so we are not able, because
No.
data started coming.
Thank you.
We got confused.
Thank you so much, Rupesh. Really appreciate your interruption. And now can you see it? Are you able to see it now on your screen? Excel sheet?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, good. So these numbers that I was talking about, thank you, Rupesh, so much for interrupting at the right time. And I will just repeat, because the case study you have understood. So you have a supplier, you have a vendor who wants to expand his operations, and he's looking for some private equity, and you being his very close a business partner, and he is taking your help. So you have arranged a meeting of a CEO of a private equity fund. You have brought him to the vendor's premises, and the CEO of the private equity fund is interested to see as to how this vendor is managing the working capital. And so he said, okay, please show all your numbers on the board so that I can know. एंड दैट इज़ वॉट ही हैज़ एज आई एक्सप्लेन टू यू. सो वेंडर ने बताया कि इन्वेंट्री मेरी आज की तारीख में 1000 की है, रिसीवेबल्स मेरे 500 के हैं, एंड कैश एंड बैंक बैलेंस मेरा 200 का है, और लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस मेरा 100 का है. तो इसका मतलब आज की तारीख में मेरी जो टोटल वर्किंग कैपिटल है लॉक्ड अप है इन्वेंट्री में और ये सारे करंट एसेट्स में, दैट इज़ 1800. सो दिस टोटल ऑफ इन्वेंट्री, receivables, cash and bank, loans and advances, total of these four put together is known as your GWC. GWC is gross working capital. That means ये जो वेंडर है इसको लगता है कि इसके जो ऑपरेशंस हैं वो स्मूथली चलें, उसके लिए उसको 1800 लाख की वर्किंग कैपिटल की जरूरत है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज हिज करंट सिचुएशन. नाउ ही सेज दैट as I give credit to my customers, when I am purchasing the goods from my suppliers, I am also getting credit from them. So that means what? That means this inventory of 1000 that the vendor is carrying in his factory, it is not fully paid. Part of it is fully paid and part of it is on credit. So how much has he bought on credit? And that is, let's say, 200 lakhs. So this is 200 lakhs, right? So that means what? That means out of this inventory of 1000, 200 worth of inventory is bought on credit. That means for 200 worth of inventory, the vendor still has to make the payment to his suppliers. So that means what? That means उसकी total requirement working capital की कितनी है? 1800 की. उसमें से 200 का बंदोबस्त हो गया. 200 का बंदोबस्त कहाँ से हो गया? 200 का बंदोबस्त हो गया from the credit purchases of the raw material from his suppliers. So now the figure that remains is 1600, and this 1600, friends, is known as working capital gap. Working capital gap क्या मतलब है इसका? इसका मतलब ये है कि टोटल वर्किंग कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट वेंडर की कितनी है? 1800 की. अब यानी कि उसको 1800 लाख का बंदोबस्त करना है फॉर हिज वर्किंग कैपिटल. उसमें से 200 का बंदोबस्त हो गया थ्रू द क्रेडिट परचेजेस. अब he has to arrange 1600 lakhs for the working capital, for funding all the working capital components. So what do you do? You will go to a bank and you will go and tell the bank, look, I am a supplier to Tata Motors and I have been having association with Tata Motors for a long time, and I am doing very well, and I have a working capital gap of 1600 lakhs. Please finance the working capital for me. Now my question to all of you is, if you were to his banker, अगर आप सभी लोग ये वेंडर के बैंकर होते थे, तो will you have funded the whole of his working capital gap, or will you say no, we will only fund part of the working capital gap? All of you.
Part of the
But more details will be required, like what is his short-term liability. So that also, if he hasn't,
His short-term liability is 200. His short-term liability is 200.
So you are saying 100 is the short-term loan and 200 is the short-term liability. So 300 only.
No, which 100? This 100 you are talking about?
Yeah, this 100.
No, please remember, this 100 is not his liability. This 100 is not what he has taken from others. This 100 is the loans and advance that he has given to others.
Oh, okay, he has given to others.
Yeah.
Then it is 200 trade payable. Apart from trade payable, he might have taken short-term loan. So I would like to know what short-term loan he has taken.
No, he has not taken any short-term loan.
Okay, he has not taken any short-term.
He is now coming to you for the short-term loan.
Okay.
He is now coming to you for the short-term loan, telling you that my working capital gap is 1600 lakhs. And the question is, you as a banker, will you lend him 100% finance or will you lend him part finance? And that is the question.
We'll have to check his asset base.
वो सब ठीक है, वो सब फेवरेबल है, वो सब
Part
बढ़िया है.
only, we will give only part only.
Yeah.
And that part will depend on how soon they are rotating their inventory and receivables.
Very good, very good, very good. So all of you are absolutely right, because no bank on this earth, no bank on this earth will ever give you 100% finance for your requirement. There was only one bank that would do it, and that bank was Lehman Brothers, and that bank is now closed. So today no bank will ever give you 100% finance. So what the bank will say, all right, you are a supplier to Tata Motors, we have seen your profitability, we have seen your number, everything is fine, everything is good, we want to give you loan, but we will not give you 100%, we will give you 75%. So he is getting bank loan for funding the working capital, and that is 75%. So how much is the loan he is getting? He is getting a loan of 1200 lakhs. Is that right with everyone? So now what is the situation? And please pay attention. The situation is his total requirement is 1800 lakhs. 200 is arranged through the credit purchases. So the gap is 1600 lakhs. And out of the 1600 lakhs, the bank has agreed to finance 1200 lakhs. So now there is a gap of 400 lakhs. Now, where will this money come from, everyone? This money is known as net working capital, and please pay attention, this money will have to come from the company's own long-term sources. So this money, this 400 lakhs, which is net working capital, so much of money company will have to put from its own long-term sources. So जो equity share capital आया है, उस समझो 2000 करोड़ का, सो वो 2000 करोड़ में से 1600 करोड़ प्लांट एंड मशीनरी में चला गया, बिल्डिंग में चला गया, जो 400 करोड़ बचेगा वो वर्किंग कैपिटल में जाएगा. सो दिस इज नॉन एज नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो ये जो द डिफरेंस इज नॉन एज नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल. प्लीज रिमेंबर, इज वेरी सिंपल. नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल का मतलब क्या है? नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल का मतलब है मनी which is put in the working capital from the company's own long-term sources. That is your NWC, net working capital. Now please tell me, if the rate of interest on this loan, on this working capital loan is 10%, how much will be his annual interest cost, everyone? How much will be his interest cost?
150.
His interest cost,
Roughly 10%, roughly 8 to 10% or 12%.
yeah, okay, no, what you say is right, but for this purpose of simplicity, we can assume that he is using the whole working capital जो लोन है पूरे साल में पूरा यूज किया है, for the sake of simplicity. रियल लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं होगा. रियल लाइफ में, ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज पे अटेंशन, योर वर्किंग कैपिटल लोन will always be fluctuating, because sometimes you will get money from the customer, so your loan will go down, and again you will make payment to your suppliers, so your loan will go up. So your utilization of the bank finance will always be fluctuating. So you will not be using 1200 constantly for the whole year. That is what you must understand as a principle. But for the sake of our example, we assume that he is going to use 1200 lakhs for the whole year, and the rate of interest is 10%. So his interest cost is going to be how much, everyone?
120.
120. Absolutely 120. Very good. Very good. अब ये आपके वेंडर ने ये नंबर बता दिए सीईओ ऑफ द प्राइवेट एक्विटी फंड. और प्राइवेट एक्विटी का फंड का जो सीईओ था, जैसे उसने ये नंबर देखे आपके वेंडर के स्क्रीन पे, वो खड़ा हो गया और बोला, देखो भाई, ये अगर आपका वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट है तो आप भूल जाओ कि हम आपको 10 पैसे भी एक्विटी का देंगे. ऐसे वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेज है अगर आपका, तो हम आपको बिल्कुल भी वर्किंग कैपिटल देने वाले नहीं हैं. प्लीज फॉरगेट इट. सो आइदर यू इम्प्रूव योर वर्किंग कैपिटल और यू फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. सो एंड देन वो इतना बोल के चला गया, और वो बोल के गया कि मैं 3 महीने के बाद आऊँगा, 3 महीने के बाद आप मुझे बताइए कि क्या पोजीशन है, और उस समय हम लोग डिसाइड करेंगे. तो वो सीईओ तो चला गया और आपका जो 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 आप वहाँ रुक गए, और वो जो वेंडर है उसने आपसे रिक्वेस्ट किया कि प्लीज़ टेल मी व्हाट शुड आई डू. So now this request is to all of you. This request is to all of you. If this vendor has to improve his working capital management and make it efficient, make it vibrant, then according to you, what this vendor should do, all of you, you can unmute yourself one by one and
But he has to consume what is inventory fast into finished goods so that he can get some cash back, money back.
okay, good, okay. So just you can speak one by one so that you are audible to everybody, and you can just mention your name.
That is one thing which is good. Again, receivable.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, so number one is the inventory, and number two,
receivables.
रिसीवेबल. सो क्या रिसीवेबल का क्या करना चाहिए? कम करना चाहिए कि ज़्यादा करना चाहिए? कम करना चाहिए. वेरी गुड. सो नंबर टू, रिसीवेबल्स को कम करना चाहिए. नंबर थ्री,
लोन्स एंड एडवांस कम करना चाहिए.
नंबर थ्री, लोन्स एंड एडवांस को भी कम करना चाहिए. नंबर फोर,
कैश एंड बैंक भी कम करना चाहिए.
एंड कैश एंड बैंक भी कम करना चाहिए. नंबर फोर, वेरी गुड. नंबर फोर, कैश एंड बैंक भी कम करना चाहिए. नंबर फाइव,
ट्रेड पेबल्स बढ़ाने चाहिए.
ट्रेड पेबल्स को बढ़ाना चाहिए. वेरी गुड. नंबर सिक्स,
Yes.
नंबर सिक्स, वेरी गुड. नंबर सिक्स,
कम करना चाहिए.
बैंक का फाइनेंस भी कम से कम करे, then automatically bank finance will get reduced.
fantastic, fantastic. Then bank finance will automatically reduce. Very good. And number one more.
The interest part will also go down.
Excellent, excellent. So number 6 is that you should talk and negotiate with the bank and tell the bank कि भैया ये 10% का इंटरेस्ट आप चार्ज कर रहे हो, सारी दुनिया 8% पे दे रही है, 9% पे दे रही है. अगर आप 10% का रेट लगाओगे तो मैं आपके पास में रुकने वाला नहीं हूँ. आई विल गो टू somebody else. Either you bring the rate of interest down or I will move my account to some other bank because there are 3 banks which are after me and they want to give me the facility. So this is the advice.
Because I have become efficient in managing my working capital.
Absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So this is the advice all of you gave to this vendor of yours. अब ये वेंडर ने क्या किया? ये वेंडर ने अपने परचेज मैनेजर को, अकाउंट्स मैनेजर को, फाइनेंस मैनेजर को, मार्केटिंग मैनेजर को, सेल्स मैनेजर को, प्लानिंग मैनेजर को, सबको बुलाया और सबको कहा कि देखो भैया आपको ये 6 चीज़ें करनी है और ये 6 चीज़ें आपको 3 महीने में करके दिखानी है. या तो अभी आप 3 महीने में करके दिखाइए, अदरवाइज वी आर इन ट्रबल बिकॉज वी विल नॉट गेट फाइनेंस. सो ऑल द एंटायर टीम ऑफ द वेंडर सेट टुगेदर and applied and put their heads together. So they work out a strategy, and they work out a strategy and implemented that strategy in last 3 months. As a result of that, what happened? Inventory came down to 600. तो जो भी पुराने आइटम पड़े थे, नॉन मूविंग आइटम पड़े थे, वो सबको निकाल दिया और आगे जो परचेज जो हो रही थी वो परचेज करने से पहले पूरा चेक किया कि जरूरत है कि नहीं है, जस्ट इन टाइम कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते हैं. वॉट एवर कुड बी डन फॉर इम्प्रूविंग दी वर्किंग इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट, एवरीथिंग वॉज अप्लाइड एंड एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट इन्वेंट्री ऑफ द कंपनी came down in 3 months from 1,000 to 600. Likewise, everybody, the sales people, finance people, accounts people, marketing people, legal people, all of them worked together and they worked out a strategy and started scrutinizing all the receivables, all long pending receivables and things like that. वो सबको scrutinize करना शुरू किया, सबके साथ में follow up करना शुरू किया tightly, vigorously. एंड आगे जो कस्टमर्स थे उनके साथ में टर्म्स नेगोशिएट करे, जिनको लंबा क्रेडिट पीरियड दे रहे थे 3-3, 4-4 महीने का, उसको घटा के 1-2 महीने का किया. एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट the receivables also came down to 250. And then the cash and bank balance was scrutinized. कंपनी के 4-6 जगह ऑपरेशन थे, 4-6 जगह पे अकाउंट्स थे, बैंक अकाउंट्स थे, 4-6 जगह पे करंट अकाउंट थे. सब का करंट अकाउंट में पैसा अटका पड़ा है, कहीं पे 2 करोड़, कहीं पे 1 लाख, कहीं पे 20 लाख, कहीं पे 25 लाख. सारे अकाउंट्स फाइनेंस एंड जो ब्रांच मैनेजर थे सब ने स्क्रूटनी करी और मालूम किया कि भैया हमको इतना कैश बैलेंस क्यों कैरी करने की ज़रूरत है। आज की तारीख पे सारे पेमेंट्स ऑनलाइन होते हैं, डिजिटल होते हैं, तो व्हाई डू वी नीड टू हैव द बैंक बैलेंस, बिकॉज वी कैन सेंट्रलाइज द पेमेंट फ्रॉम वन प्लेस, and why do we need 10 different accounts, different places? Let there be one single account and let all the payments be centralized at one place, so that there is a better treasury management. As a result of that, the cash and bank balance came down to 60 lakh. Now I am taking, friends, these figures arbitrarily only to highlight as to what is efficient management of working capital. And then they looked at the loans and advances. एंड लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस को देखा, उनको मालूम पड़ा कि कंपनी ने 4 साल पहले, 5 साल पहले कहीं तो भी कोई बैंक गारंटी दिया था किसी को। वो बैंक गारंटी के लिए बैंक ने मार्जिन मनी रखने के लिए बोला था, तो वो मार्जिन मनी था 50 लाख का मार्जिन मनी था जो कंपनी ने बैंक के पास में डिपॉजिट करके रखा था। वो बैंक गारंटी का काम खत्म हो गया, एलसी का काम खत्म हो गया, लेकिन वो जो मार्जिन मनी जो बैंक डिपॉजिट में पड़ी है वो अभी भी वहीं की वहीं पड़ी है। अब जब ये स्क्रूटनी करी तो मालूम पड़ा, रे ये वाई दिस बैंक डिपॉजिट इज लाइंग, देयर इज नो नीड फॉर इट। तो वो जो मार्जिन मनी था, एफडी थी बैंक के पास में, उसको तोड़ा और उसको फ्री किया, और एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस केम टू 40 lakhs.
Sir, I have got a question.
Please.
If this loan and advances is giving higher return than what this interest is charged, so is it not better to keep it here?
See, okay, I understand your point, but these loans and advances are not giving you any return. What are these loans and advances?
Okay. No, take it.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. Sir.
हाँ, correct. Good.
I thought, if these are invested in some of the shares, then that is giving better money.
No.
Then, no, okay. Sir.
No, yeah. So now, then, likewise, the purchase team spoke to the all the vendors and told the vendors, look, I am going to give you every year so much of confirmed order, and I will ensure that I will make the payment to you one day before the due date. But this credit period of 1 month that you are allowing to me is far too less. You have to increase it. So they negotiated, and without any adjustment in the price, because remember, any supplier is always interested in two things from his customer. Number one, a confirmed order for as long a period as possible, and number two, timely payment. So long as a customer is making firm commitment of the orders and firm payment dates, supplier is always happy. So therefore they negotiated with the suppliers, and they asked for longer credit period. As a result of that, the trade payables went up to 400. Now look at the situation. What is happening? So the gross working capital, which earlier was 1800, has come down to 950. So यानी कि पहले कंपनी का 1800 लाख अटका पड़ा था वर्किंग कैपिटल में, वो घट के कितना हो गया? 950. नाउ वर्किंग कैपिटल गैप, अच्छा, पेबल 400 हो गए, तो जो कंपनी का वर्किंग कैपिटल गैप जो कि 1600 था, it came down to 550. Now as a result of that, the bank finance, which earlier was 1200, has come down to 413, and that means the net working capital is 138. That means money which the company has to put into the working capital from its own long-term sources, which earlier was 400, is now only 138. And assuming that the rate of interest we are not touching, of course rate of interest also we can take into account, but for the sake of simplicity we are keeping the rate of interest same. If the rate of interest continues to be 10%, what is going to be his interest burden now? Only 41 lakhs. So now friends, my question to all of you, I am not suggesting and I am not saying that every time somebody works on tightening of his working capital, he will get this kind of miraculous results. I am not suggesting at all. But I am definitely saying that anytime a company puts its efforts on tightening of its working capital, there will definitely be lot of improvement bound to happen. Now all of you, so can you please tell me what are the two major benefits this company is getting as a result of tightening of his working capital from the time when the CEO of the private equity fund came and 3 months after that. What are the two major benefits? Anyone?
First is like he is funding
Yeah.
his working capital from the not from the long term sources.
Mm-hmm.
So he is funding from the actually what from the short term sources. So this from 400 to 138.
Yeah.
This 400 would have otherwise needed to be funded from this equity or from the long term capital. So that he is not funding from there. So that is one biggest advantage.
Okay, good,
And
good.
second is that since that money is not being pumped here, that money can be utilized for the investment, for the capital expansion and for the facility planning.
Fantastic.
So that
Absolutely fantastic. Okay, absolutely fantastic. What else? What else? Anyone else?
Sorry, interest rate.
Yes, Deepali.
Interest burden will, hello, because he's getting less. Hello.
Cash flow management will improve. Hello.
Okay, you can just mention your name and then.
Vidul here.
Yes, Vidul.
Vidul here.
Yes, Vidul.
Vidul here.
Yes, Vidul.
His, cash in hand or say cash flow management will get improved because his interest burden is coming down.
Very good. All of you, please listen to every one of you, and you can see and feel what kind of benefits can accrue to a business from tightening of the working capital management. As all of you have already said, that number one, the funding of the current assets is happening from the current liabilities, which is good. Cash flow management is going to be better, which is good. What else?
Short-term loan, long-term loan, both will reduce. Interest cost is going to reduce.
Interest cost is going to reduce. So remember, earlier his interest was 120 and now his interest is 41, and therefore he is having a saving of 79 lakhs by way of interest. That means his profit is going to, his PBT is going to improve by 79 lakhs just in one stroke, straight away. What else?
Liabilities are going to be lower.
Pardon me?
Lower liabilities.
Lower liabilities, absolutely, very good. So he will have lower liabilities, because earlier his liability was of the bank finance was 1200 and now it is going to be only 413. So lower bank liabilities, very good. What else?
Sir, here the gross working capital is 950 in
Right.
the case of 2, but when you increase that 400, this working capital gap becomes 550. That is a very good thing, that you are taking, your working capital is coming from your vendors or suppliers.
Absolutely.
So their money is getting engaged.
Their money is getting engaged. And in principle, remember, in business, it is always good to manage your operations with somebody else's capital, provided you are managing your operations efficiently. So if your company is making profit, if your company is doing good working capital management, you have all the rights in the world to run your operations on somebody else's capital, because somebody else's capital is always going to be cheaper than your own capital. So you are right, Deepali, that is another advantage. One more major advantage, can somebody tell me?
Sir, one more observation.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that when his net working capital gap is coming down from 400 to 138,
Yes.
to 138,
X.
it has got two implications. One, it has to bring it that lower equity into the business.
Absolutely
Hello.
fantastic.
So it has to bring in more equity into business, so that his return on investment also, so his return to shareholders will be always more. So EPS, earning per shareholder,
Yeah.
earning per share will be more in this case scenario.
Absolutely fantastic. I think all of us will give a big round of applause to you, because this is really phenomenal. So please pay attention. Now what is happening? Besides saving interest of 79, what he is also getting, earlier he was putting 400 lakhs into the working capital, and now how much he has to put? Only 138. That means 262 is getting free. So 262 lakhs of capital is getting free. Now this capital he can use for the purpose of expansion, diversification and whatnot. And you can understand, and you have very rightly said, with this lower investment, the return on equity is going to be more, earning per share is going to be more, एंड अर्निंग पर शेयर, यू वुड रिमेंबर वी डिस्कस्ड यस्टरडे एंड डे फॉर यस्टरडे, अगर एक कंपनी की अर्निंग पर शेयर बढ़ती है तो कंपनी के जो मार्केट प्राइस है स्टॉक मार्केट में वो बढ़ती है, एंड इफ द मार्केट प्राइस गोज अप automatically wealth of the shareholders go up. And so these are the benefits that would accrue. There are many other benefits friends that would accrue, because जितने आपके receivables कम होंगे उतने आपके bad debts कम होंगे, जितनी आपकी इन्वेंट्री कम होगी उतना आपकी ऑब्सोलेंस कॉस्ट कम होगी, इन्वेंट्री कैरिंग कॉस्ट कम होगी, राइट. So many advantages that you have of tightening of the working capital management. So after 3 months, the private equity chief executive comes and he looks at the performance, he compliments them, and he says, yes, now I'm going to put money into your company because now your working capital is how it should be. So friends, this is how we would do we would work out and work on tightening of the efficient
So
management of working capital.
One
Please,
small point.
yes, please.
I didn't understand. This cash and bank, you are saying it should be reduced.
Mhm.
We are trying to. So suppose we are getting some advantage if cash is there in the bank. Like if I have some bank balance, I would be confident that we have a kind of ready money to put in if as and when required.
Right.
This is a kind of you are mitigating your upcoming risk or something. At the same time, you are definitely going to get some interest out of it.
Yeah, good point.
So why you are saying it should be reduced?
Yeah.
But my point is that it will be idle cash. So why
Yes.
to keep idle cash? That's for the
Yes.
case of confidence. So why you want to keep idle cash? Let this cash be utilized for the purpose of some other meaningful work.
Absolutely.
This cash has come down to free cash, no? It can be invested and all. No?
It becomes a free cash. It can be invested somewhere else. Very right. So Diwali, the point is, if I can manage my operations with 60 lakh, then why should I hold 200 lakhs? So if I am able to run my operations without any problem with 60 lakhs, so let me hold only 60 lakhs. The remaining 140 lakhs becomes free and I can use it for something else, for my expansion
So
diversification.
we can use it for investment fund. Okay, understood.
Exactly.
And sir, there is, and the rate of return on that particular freed up cash will be much more than what we will get through bank.
Absolutely. So the return that you will get by investing 140 lakhs into a project is going to be much more than the 3%, 4% that you will get from the bank. And that is the reason why you will reduce your cash and bank balances also. So very good, friends. So with this, we come back to our the original slide now.
Sir, I have,
Yeah, please go ahead.
sir, I
Please.
have got Rupesh here. I have got one a question which is not directly related, but there are one thing, current ratio. So is it current asset minus current liability or current asset over current liability?
Yeah,
So
current.
what is the,
I'm going to cover the. I'm going to come to that
Sir,
current.
this will be covering later.
Yeah. I'm just coming to that now. So
Okay.
yeah. I'll just because I have an interesting case study on the current ratio, so I'm just going to cover that now. Okay, let's come back to the PPT once again. Are you able to see the PPT now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So okay, so this is what we did, and now coming to your question, Rupesh, as to what is the current ratio, and I'm going one step further, and I'm throwing this question to all of you. What should be the current ratio of a well-managed company, right? What should be the current ratio of a well-managed company? Now, here is a small case in front of you. Number one, Rupesh, as you can see on the screen, how to calculate the current ratio? Current assets divided by current liabilities. This is the formula for calculating the current ratio. Now, having understood this, I have a small case for all of you. And the case is, there's a company called XYZ Limited. 31st March 20 को इस कंपनी का करंट रेशियो था 1.60. 31st मार्च 20 को इस कंपनी का करंट रेशियो था 1.60. 31 मार्च 21 को जब उन्होंने बैलेंस शीट बनाई तो ये उनका करंट रेशियो घट के रह गया 1.20. एंड रिमेंबर, दिस कंपनी इज वेल मैनेज्ड कंपनी, दिस कंपनी इज प्रॉफिट मेकिंग कंपनी, दिस कंपनी इज paying all its obligations on time, no question about that. So the question to all of you is it a good sign or bad sign?
Bad sign, sir.
Bad sign.
Bad sign. Okay, very good. So now since we think that it's a bad sign, what we will do, let us discuss this case in our groups for 5 minutes. So let us now break. So the link that you had yesterday, the same link is going to be valid for today and tomorrow also. So please split into the groups, and you have a time of 5 minutes. Discuss it for 5 minutes and come back with your responses. 5 minutes meaning exactly 5 minutes. Please come back, because I am sure you would be able to come out with some conclusion or the other, definitely. You can also please nominate someone from your group to represent and present on your behalf in front of everyone. So you can split now for next 5 minutes, and please come back after 5 minutes and discuss, is it a good sign or bad sign? Current ratio 1.6 से घट के 1.2 रह गया, good sign or bad sign? And you can split now. You can go into your own groups.